Okay, so we got to do one more story in relation to this speech that Biden gave. Again, a really great speech by him. Much more energy in that man than most of his presidency, which has been very confusing to see. I don't know what he changed in his diet or whatever, but all of a sudden he's wide awake. So great speech, but Tucker Carlson, of course, hated it and had just really insightful takeaways, as you'll see here.
Yeah, they're a threat, says the guy with the blood red Nazi background in Marine.
Guys, what is this obsession with the color red? The blood red Nazi background. It's one of the colors of our flag. Sheesh.
Behind him. It's a complete outrage.
An outrage.
Sanctioned as a White House event. In other words, that this is the approved position of our government. It's totally immoral. And then the guy who encouraged riots in 2020 accused MAGA Republicans of somehow threatening the rule of law.
Okay, Biden denounced the riots so many times. Please stop.
In the United States. Watch this.
MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution.
True.
They do not believe in the rule of law.
Guys, our Constitution lays out an election process that they didn't want to follow. So yes, it's a fair statement to say they don't respect the Constitution.
Recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election. And they're working right now, as I speak, in state after state, to give power to decide elections in America to partisans and cronies, empowering election deniers to undermine democracy itself. MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards. They promote authoritarian.
So I'll let him continue because the ending, Tucker Carlson's response is interesting, but everything he's saying there is just correct. I don't get why you're playing this for your audience, except because they're so predisposed to hate him. They're not going to listen to what he has to say. He's just listing off correct statements. So, ooh, big takedown.
Leaders, and they fan the flames of political violence that are a threat to our personal rights, to the pursuit of justice, to the rule of law, to the very soul of this country.
This is truly nuts and threatening to the future of the United States. It's hard to believe he just did that, but he did.
It's hard to believe that he did that. Okay, Tucker. I mean, Tucker did exactly what we've seen all of these right-wingers do, which is not even address the things he said. There was nothing there. He played a clip of Joe Biden and said, that's outrageous. This is horrible. He didn't denounce or he supported rioters in 2020. Good arguments there, Tucker. And that was one of the things with a lot of Tucker's responses to certain kind of events and stuff. He'll say things without really making points, but just saying it in an outraged tone. And that's it. And I've said on the show before, imagine if like I could do that and that was okay with my audience. It wouldn't be. Y'all would not ever watch me because that's not interesting to you. You actually need me to craft thoughtful points. He just sits there and goes, this is an outrage. Oh my goodness. Biden's horrible. He's declaring war on you, but doesn't explain at all why that is, why he believes it, why the things Biden said are not correct. And it's a remarkably easy job in which he gets paid so much money to do. And really all it is tell people what they want to hear. Don't give them an honest analysis of the world because that oftentimes doesn't line up with their, what they want to hear. And boom, you got it. And that Tucker Carlson, largest cable news host, has no substantive critique of Biden's speech except for the red lights looked like Hitler or Nazi-esque and Biden's so scary.